Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for coming tonight to Callie Beckman's Senior Showcase. Thank you. I love that you are so excited because I'm excited and she is excited and it's just going to be a fun night. So I'm going to share just a few quick things with you. First of all, my name is Heather Tinker. I am the theater director here at MNU and the faculty advisor for Callie's Senior Showcase, the program you're about to see tonight. I just want to explain a little bit about what that is and what it means. So when you get a theater degree here at Mid-America, the culmination of that degree is what we class called Senior Seminar. And that is an opportunity for the theater student to produce any sort of project that they would like that fits within their realm of expertise, the things that they have studied that they want to do more of or show their talents from. So I have had anything from Shakespearean improv to an original one-act to a full-length, a student directing a full-length play to a senior showcase, which is what you're about to see this evening. And a senior showcase, just so you kind of know, is a variety of songs, this one will be a variety of songs, scenes, monologues, and tonight even a little tap number for you as well. And yes, we're very excited. And this is because Callie is a theater major with a musical theater emphasis, so you'll see all of those things come to fruition tonight. And it's been a pleasure to work with Callie these last 4 years. It is really fun for me to get to watch a student grow over that time. And Callie has grown leaps and bounds. And if you know her and you saw her from her first show, from Into the Woods to now, you know that growth has been exponential. And I cannot wait to see where she's going to go after this. So, a couple of last things. The program tonight is about 50 minutes long, 50 minutes to an hour long, so there won't be an intermission because you should be good. And then a couple of reminders that if you would please remember to keep your mask on, social distance within your groups. That's also a reminder that afterwards, I know a lot of you are going to want to say hi to Callie, congratulate her. Just as a reminder, out in the lobby, it can get a little crowded, so you can just kind of keep your groups that little 6 feet apart. That's super helpful as well. A reminder to keep your phones off. That being said, hopefully you were able to get the digital program, scan the little QR code. The program tonight is digital, and so you can follow along. So, in this age of COVID right now, you're allowed to have your phone out in the theater for that reason. Now, that being said, I do need to be sure that you are not taking any pictures or recording tonight. Quite a few of the pieces that Callie is doing are copyrighted, so we can't broadcast those beyond here. But she's fine to perform them, just can't do recordings of them. So just a reminder for that as well. And that is everything. So thank you for coming and enjoy Callie Beckman's Senior Showcase.
I hate men. I can't abide them even now and then. Than ever marry one of them, I'd rest a virgin rather, for husbands are a boring lot and only give you bother. Of course, I'm awfully glad that mother had to marry father, but I hate men. Of all the types I've ever met within our democracy, I hate the most the athlete with his manner bold and brassy. He may have hair upon his chest, but sister, so has lassie. Oh, I hate men. I hate men. Their worth upon this earth I dinna ken. Avoid the traveling salesman, though a tempting Tom he may be. From China, he will bring you jade and perfume from Arabia. But don't forget 'tis he who'll have the fun and thee the baby. Oh, I hate men. If thou shouldst wed a businessman, be wary, oh be wary. He'll tell you he's engaged in town on business necessary. His business is the business which he gives his secretary. I hate men. Hello! Thank you so much for being here. This is seriously the coolest thing ever. A few things I want you to know about tonight. First, this first piece was I Hate Men from Kiss Me Kate. So going into tonight, I want you to know that this is a show, okay? You can interact with me. If I say something that's funny, laugh. Thank you! If I say something that touches you, you can feel free to cry. And if I do something that impresses you, feel free to applaud. Yes! I love it! I want this to be super interactive. This is entertainment, okay? And in between the pieces, I'm gonna let you into a little bit of my journey, why I picked certain pieces, and just give you a little bit more insight as to who Callie really is. So with that, this next piece was originally published in 1842 in Russia. It talks about potential suitors, arranged marriages, and ultimately finding the one. This is Marriage by Nikolai Gogol. Honestly, this choosing business is so difficult. If there was just one or two, but four? No, take your pick. Mr. Renuchkin isn't bad looking, though he's a bit skinny, of course. And Mr. Podkolosin's not bad either. And truth be told, though he's a little stout, Mr. Omelet is still a fine figure of a man. So what am I to do, if you please? Now, Mr. Zvetskin is also a man of distinction. It really is so difficult to decide you can't even begin to describe it. Now, if I could take Mr. Renuchkin's mouth, put it with Mr. Podkolosin's nose, add some of Mr. Zvetskin's easy manner, and perhaps Mr. Omelet's solid build, I could decide on the spot. But now I've got to rack my brains, and it is giving me a fearsome headache. It's time to draw lots. Turn the whole matter over to God's will, and whichever one comes out, that'll be my husband. I will write all their names down, roll them up tight, then so be it. Life is so trying for a girl, especially one who's in love. It is something no man will ever understand, and even then they wouldn't want to. Now, that's them all done. All that's left is to put them in my purse, shut my eyes, then so be it. Oh, this is dreadful. I hope it's Mr. Renuchkin. No, why Mr. Renuchkin? Better Mr. Podkolosin. No, why Podkolosin? And what ways are the others worse? No. We will let fate decide. Oh, they've all come out. And my heart is pounding. No, can only be one. If only I could draw Balthazar. No! Why Balthazar? Better Renuchkin. No! We will let fate decide. Growing up, one of my favorite things to do was read. Every birthday I had, all I wanted were books. My mom can vouch for that. I think it's because stories and the idea of storytelling has always resonated with me. But some of my favorite stories are the ones that my friends and family will tell me of their life stories. This next piece is from the musical Ordinary Days. It takes place at the end of Claire's story, but at the beginning of mine because stories are universal. This is I'll Be Here. We met, of all places, in front of Christides, some freakishly cold winter's day. I had on several unflattering layers of wool. He slipped on the ice with his grocery bags full. So I rescued some Fruit Loops he dropped by the curb, and he made some remark that my smile was superb. I thought that was sweet and I started to go when he said, "Hey, what you doing tomorrow? Because I'll be here at the corner of Bleecker and Mercer tomorrow at 7. If you want to meet up, I'll be waiting right here. And in case there are two fellas waiting for you, my name's John." He waved and then he was gone. Needless to say, I went back there to meet him, mostly to see if he'd show. And there he was out in the cold with his jacket pulled tight. He took me to dinner and kissed me goodnight. The next week we went to this terrible play, and the week after that drank hot chocolate all day. And suddenly 8 or 9 months had flown by when he said, "Hey, what you doing the rest of your life? Because I'll be here right beside you as long as you want me to be. There's no question. There is nothing I've wanted so much in my life. This might sound immature, but I'm totally sure you're the one." And we had just begun. We got hitched in September, our favorite month, with a rock band that played in this old synagogue. And we bought an apartment on West 17th Street and talked about children and getting a dog. Our first anniversary came in a flash, and we promised to take the day off. He had to stop into his office that morning, and so I went walking uptown to this bakery I know, when I heard on the street what I thought was a joke, till I noticed the sirens and saw all the smoke. So I'm running back home with this feeling of dread, to the voicemail he left with the last words he said. "I'm sorry, I don't mean to ruin your evening by bringing up all of this stuff. You're probably wondering why I even called you tonight. Today something happened that spooked me all right. I saw a storm cloud of papers fall down from the sky, and I thought of that day, and I started to cry. When as sure as I breathe, I heard John clear as day, saying, 'Hey, you're allowed to move on. It's okay. Because I'll be here, even if you decide to get rid of my favorite sweater. Even if you go out on my birthday this year, instead of staying at home, letting all of life's moments pass by. You don't have to cry, because I'll be here when you start going back to the places we went to together. When you take off my ring and you let yourself smile. When you meet someone handsome and patient and true. When he says that he wants to be married to you. When you call him one night and he meets you downtown. When you finally answer him yes. Yes, Jason, I will marry you. I will give you my heart. It has taken so long, but I'm ready to start. Right now, John's whispering congrats in my ear, 'cause I finally let myself tell you that I will be here. That story always gets me. I think it's because love really just connects with me. We understand and we resonate with love because we as humans experience love. It's something that always touches us. But one of my favorite things about theater is how we can show the different stages of love. This next piece that my friend Dalton and I are going to perform is from Slow Food by Wendy MacLeod. And it is showing a different stage of love, an anniversary dinner.
Let's get out of here.
And go where?
Well, there must be something open.
Sunday night.
My beer was right there, and he sent it back.
Maybe it wasn't your beer.
Of course it was my beer. It was a Sam Adams. You said yourself it was a Sam Adams.
Other people drink Sam Adams.
He waved him away.
Very territorial.
He's a nightmare.
You're just hungry.
It's possible both those things are true.
No. Don't get all philosophy, Major.
Maybe there's a McDonald's out on the strip.
I don't want to eat McDonald's.
You should get your food really
It
fast.
smells really good in here.
Maybe I should just go to the bar.
No! You'll make him mad.
Well, so what if I make him mad?
He has control of the food.
Maybe I could talk to the owner?
Dimitri?
Do you see anybody that looks Greek?
I don't.
Maybe there is no Dimitri. Maybe Dimitri's his imaginary friend.
Drink your water. You probably are dehydrated.
I'm not cranky because I'm dehydrated.
Happy anniversary.
Right.
Who are you calling?
I just want to check in with Justin.
We are having dinner.
See how his interview went.
You just talked to him.
Well, that was before the interview.
You won't know anything yet.
I'll just shoot him a
Do
text.
you have to do it now?
Don't want that kid waiting tables forever.
He just got out of school.
Almost a year ago.
Can you please just put the phone away?
Just step outside.
And leave me here alone. Thank you.
Where is he?
Let's just enjoy our time away from him.
You think he finds out that if he finds out there's enough lamb, you think he'll go ahead and put in the order?
No, he'll come racing back with the good news.
Our hero.
What if we praise him?
Why?
I mean, that's what he wants, right?
I don't want to praise him.
Everybody needs a compliment now and then.
I don't care what he needs.
Practice on me. What is one thing you like about me?
I like everything about you.
But you have to name one thing.
I like your, you have a very nice, you're very good at,
You can't think of anything?
You can't force someone to compliment you.
Apparently not.
I like everything.
But you can't come up with one specific thing?
You have beautiful eyes. What?
Come on.
But you do.
What color are they?
Green.
Really?
Not?
They are.
You think I don't know the color of your eyes?
It seems you do. Now be nice to him.
Oh.
I mean, getting our food sooner.
He shouldn't be rewarded for his craziness.
I don't think he's crazy. He's more like a narcissist.
But there's an anger thing in there too.
Passive aggressive.
Sometimes aggressive.
He's had a bad day, I guess.
We've had a bad day.
Well,
Haven't we?
the hot tub was broken.
It was a very expensive hotel.
We had to rent a van.
It wasn't easy to handle on all those switchbacks.
We missed room service.
In a matter of minutes.
Meanwhile, there are people stepping on landmines and dying of cholera.
His day was no worse than ours.
His cat died.
That wasn't today.
We don't know that.
It happened at night.
Maybe it was last night.
Look, the cat was ancient. It wasn't murder, it was assisted suicide.
Look! All I'm saying is at this point, it's not about liking him. It is about handling him. Okay, this is the only restaurant open. We need him to bring us our food. How do we make that happen? When I first arrived at Mid-America, I was 17 years old and a math education major. I I still cringe thinking of the thought that I was that young in college, but it was one of the greatest things to happen. 2 weeks into my freshman year, we had auditions for the musical Into the Woods. I somehow was cast as the role as the baker's wife. That's still mind-boggling to me because I was literally a minor. I was 17 years old, but it was one of the greatest things to happen, and I was so blessed to have Quinn North be my baker. I knew I had to sing Sondheim with him just one more time before I left Mid-America. So this is We Do Not Belong Together from Stephen Sondheim's Sunday in the Park with George. Yes, George, run to your work. Hide behind your painting. I have come to tell you I am leaving because I thought you might care to know. Foolish of me, because you care about nothing.
I care about many things.
Things, not people.
People too. I cannot divide my feelings up as neatly as you, and I am not hiding behind my canvas. I am living in it.
You care for is yourself.
I care for this painting. You will be in this
I
painting.
am something you can use.
I had thought you'd
It's
understood.
because I understand that I left that I
There's
am
nothing
leaving.
I can say, is there?
Yes, George, there is. You could tell me not to go. Say it to me. Tell me not to go. Tell me that you're hurt. Tell me you're relieved. Tell me that you're bored. Anything. But don't assume I know. Tell me what you feel.
What I feel. You know exactly how I feel. Why do you insist you must hear the words when you know I cannot give you words? Not the ones you need. There's nothing to say. I cannot be what you want.
What do you want, George?
I needed you and you left.
There was no room for me.
You cannot accept who I am. I am what I do, which you knew, which you always knew, which I thought you were a part of.
You are complete, George. You are your own. We do not belong together. You are complete, George. You are your own. I am unfinished. I am diminished. With or without you, we do not belong together. And we should have belonged together. What made it so right together is what made it all wrong. No one is you, George, there we agree, but others will do, George. No one is you, and no one can be, but no one is me, George, no one is me. We do not belong together, and we'll never belong. You have a mission to see. Now I have one too, George. And we should have belonged together. I have to move on. This next piece is for mature audiences only, as it covers the topics of sexual assault and rape. So if you have small children here that you feel need to step out, if you feel yourself will be triggered, or if you simply don't want to hear this next piece, please step out. I will give you the time to do so. And we will more than welcome have you come back in as soon as it's done. When I first read this play, I knew it was a story that needed to be told. At Christian universities, a lot of time we avoid topics of sexual assault because it makes people uncomfortable, and because a lot of people think it can't happen to Christians, and that's just not the truth. This is a story that needs to be told. It needs to be talked about. We can't afford to not have the conversation anymore. So this next piece is Amber's internal monologue from her play, Actually, by Anna Ziegler. I mean, let's just be clear, we did have sex. And it's not like I said, yes, let's do this, do it in any way you want. So when they ask, did this boy do this to you without your consent? Though that might not be the exact phrasing I would use, it seemed the honest answer was yes. And because I was probably too drunk to give any meaningful consent anyway, and because Olivia, my RA, sat me down after Heather told her, and I guess Olivia had been raped once too. And she said, Amber, you have to take this very seriously. If you don't take this seriously, it hurts all women. It affects all women. I don't know how to say out loud what happened next, which is that I let him do what he wanted. I mean, I lay there as he did that to me, just this vacant look in his eyes, just thinking, you idiot, Amber. Because I actually believed that he liked me. And also, screw you, Tom, because stupidly I thought he could see that I had spent my entire existence feeling invisible, and that he would therefore know how amazing it would be to just look at me right now. And then I got so profoundly, like desperately sad. Like, am I the only one aware of the fact that I am on this earth? In which case, am I really on it? And if I don't exist, then what is the point of this brain constantly torturing me with self-doubt if there is no self? What is this body that I hate, that doesn't do what I want it to, doesn't look good in the clothes I put it in, that I don't like to look at for too long in a mirror, that feels so wholly inadequate in housing a person in this awful, screwed up world? And Tom didn't see any of that. He didn't see or forgive any part of my body or my soul, and I wanted to die. So no, I didn't say anything else that night. I wasn't even there. Thank you for sitting with me in that uncomfortableness. One of my favorite things about theater is how it lets us feel emotions that we might not otherwise feel. But not only that, it lets us feel a wide range of emotions. This next song that Janelle and I are gonna sing is from the musical The Mad Ones, and it just fills you with such joy. You can't help but smile as you hear it. Janelle and I had the privilege of singing this 2 years ago at the Irene Ryan competition at ACTF, and it has been such a joy to get to perform this with her again. So this is Freedom from The Mad Ones. Let's go! The highway's calling, the sun is shining. Let's get in the car and just remember. Let's go. Get in, loser!
Kelly drove on all of our road trips. She believed in listening to the highway. You start driving and keep driving. There's no stopping till Kelly says you've arrived.
You're not doing it right.
Doing what?
You're not in it.
What are you talking about?
You're not in the moment, Sam. Talk about what it felt like.
What did it feel like?
You remember? Feeling the wind blowing your hair. You're not even trying.
I am!
Try harder! Picking a road and going anywhere. Remember the biker bar? Oh, God. We're heading south and the biker. Or maybe west, we don't know much. We're making up the rest. Tear up the atlas. Don't read the road signs. Driving for the sake of driving anywhere. That's freedom. Freedom.
What bug do you have?
I don't have a bug. Do you even realize how epic this weekend is going to be? There is like 6 parties, and I'm taking this lecture. You have to come.
I'm on a break. I don't really feel like going to class.
What do you want to do?
I don't know.
Samantha Brown, do you see that fork in the road up ahead?
Yeah?
Well, one way leads to my school and the other leads somewhere else. Which way do you want to turn?
I don't know.
If you don't choose, we're gonna hit the house, left or right.
Hang on, I'm gonna look at the map.
All maps are for brain deads, left or right.
Left!
Very slow, Brown.
So where are we going?
I have no idea. Not University Road, that's for sure. Counting the miles as we go past.
The tank is full, the sun is high.
Knowing that every mile could be our last.
Just watching the day go by. We won't look back. We never will. We've come too far.
We'll drive till we hit Nashville.
Nashville. Freedom. Freedom. Freedom.
So what do you want to do next?
Make it right?
No, in life, Sam. Think big. What do you want?
I don't know. I want to get my license.
Bigger.
I want the deafening sound of driving fast with the windows down.
More!
I want to break rules and do something completely unexpected.
Good. I want Chick-fil-A.
I want to hold on to this moment right now.
I want to take my shoes off!
I want to drive forever. And I'm almost starting to feel it. How she took the day and made it special. The long highways and cheap rest stops. The last minute, get in the car and let's go.
Let's go. Pick a road, pick a highway. Any road is going my way. Let's go. Live it up with no complicated philosophies. No college, no career, no screaming kids, no mortgage, driving anywhere. Just driving straight into the dawn. That's freedom.
Kelly driving me, riding shotgun. Just a couple girls out on the highway with no road map and no curfew. Just 2 girls with nowhere we have to be. Now she's laughing and I start laughing. So real and so like a memory. And the sun is so bright that I'm squinting, and it feels like I found freedom. Freedom. Yeah. Driving fast, the radio blaring. Yeah. Windows open, singing like we're rock stars.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
As I transition and put on these tap shoes and drink my water. My tap shoes are new. I just bought them. Anyway, I'm going to talk a little bit about shoes. So, growing up, I was always a sports girl. Like, I would sing and act here and there in the church plays, but I loved sports. I lived in sneakers and cleats, never character heels or jazz shoes or tap shoes. But isn't it amazing how your passions change and adapt as you change and adapt? So, in the summer of 2019, I bought my first pair of tap shoes. November of 2020, I had my first ever dance solo, and January of 2021 was the first time I ever tapped in a musical. I still have lots of growing to do because I have many years I need to make up for. But this is Lullaby of Broadway from 42nd Street, choreographed by Amy Sander.
Come on along and listen to the Lullaby of Broadway, the hip hooray and ballyhoo, the Lullaby of Broadway, the rumble of the subway train, the rattle of a taxi, the daffodils who entertain at Angelo's and Maxie's when the Broadway baby says goodnight. It's early in the morning. Manhattan babies don't sleep tight until the dawn. Good night, baby. Good night. The milkman's on his way. Sleep tight, baby. Sleep tight. Let's call it a day. The band begins to go to town, and everyone goes crazy. You rock the by your baby round till everything gets hazy. Hush-a-bye, I'll buy you this and that. You hear daddy saying, and baby goes home to her flat to sleep all day. Good night, baby. Good night. The milkman's on his way. Sleep tight, baby. Sleep tight. Let's call it a day. Listen to the lullaby of Broadway.
So I'm gonna let Callie catch her breath and I'll go ahead and intro the next piece. So hi, I am Chelsea Smet. I'm a 2018 MNU alumni, and Callie and I actually became great friends while working on a Shakespeare production here. So it seemed only befitting to do a Shakespeare piece in her senior showcase. So let's talk Shakespeare. You know that trope where the two lovers, they see each other across the room, they lock eyes, time stops, and instantly they're in love? Yeah, well, Shakespeare invented that, actually. That is straight out of Romeo and Juliet. The setting is 1600s Italy. The wealthy and influential Capulets are in a constant war for land and resources with the more scavenging Montagues. The young, romantic heir to the Montague dynasty crashes one of Lord Capulet's parties, meets his daughter Juliet, and you know what happens. They fall instantly in love. And that's just the end of Act 1. By the end of Act 3, they're married. So, that brings us to our scene. Juliet's nurse comes to visit her to let her know that when Romeo left the wedding ceremony, he was forced to intervene in a fight between his best friend Mercutio and Juliet's cousin Tybalt. This being a Shakespearean tragedy, things, as I'm sure you suspect, have gone awry. This is Romeo and Juliet, Act 4, Scene 1.
Oh, here comes my nurse, and every tongue that speaks but Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence. Now, nurse, what news? What hast thou there, the cords that Romeo bid thee fetch?
Cords.
Ay me, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Oh, ere a day, he's dead. He's dead, he's dead, we are undone. Lady, we are undone. Alack the day, he's gone, he's killed, he's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Whoever would have thought it, Romeo?
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? This torment should be roared, in dismal hell hath Romeo slain himself. If he be slain, say aye, or if not, no. Brief sounds determine my weal or woe.
I saw the wound. I saw it with mine eyes, a piteous corse, a bloody, piteous corse, pale. Pale as ashes, all bedaubed in blood, all in gore, blood. I swooned at the sight.
Oh, break my heart, poor bankrupt, break at once.
Tybalt. Oh, Tybalt, the best friend I had. Oh, courteous Tybalt, honest gentleman, that ever I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo dead, and is Tybalt dead? Then dreadful trumpets sound the general doom, for who is living if those two are gone?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Oh God, did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did. It did. Alas, the day it did.
Oh, serpent heart hid with a flowering face, did ever dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, fiend angelical, was ever book containing such vile matter so fairly bound? Oh, that deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace.
There's no faith, no trust, no honesty in men. All perjured, all forsworn, all not, all dissemblers. These griefs, these woes, these sorrows make me old. Shame come to Romeo.
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Oh, what a beast was I to chide at him.
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Ah, poor my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours' wife, have mangled it? But wherefore didst thou kill my cousin? That villain cousin would have killed my husband. Back, foolish tears, back to your native spring. My husband lives, that Tybalt would have slain, and Tybalt's dead, that would have killed my husband. All this is comfort. Wherefore weep I then? But some word there was, worser than Tybalt's death, that murdered me. I would forget it fain, but oh, it presses to my memory like damned guilty deeds to sinners' minds. Tybalt is dead, and Romeo banished. Banished, that one word, banished, hath slain 10,000 Tybalts. To speak that word is father, mother, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. Romeo is banished. There is no end, no limit, measure bound in that word's death. No words can that woe sound.
Hie to your chamber. I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I wot well where he is. Hark you, your Romeo will be here tonight. All to him. He is hid at Lauren's cell.
Oh, find him, and give this ring to my true knight, and bid him come to take his last farewell. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And for those of you who have been supporting me for many years, thank you for your constant encouragement. I would not be here without you. I have one more piece that I'm going to sing for you. The first time I heard this song, I realized this was my song. It said and expressed all the thoughts that I had never said out loud. So with that, if you want to learn a little bit more about Callie, really pay attention to these lyrics. This is Safer from First Date the Musical. I know that I have issues. I face them, I swear. Think I overcome them, then turn. They're still there. Wish that I was different. I'd like to let go. But when I try to change, there's my past saying no. Maybe it's all 'cause of Dad, his new kids, his new wife. Or why not just blame Mom, who's been nuts my whole life? When you felt so alone since the moment of birth, and you struggle to find your own true sense of worth, when it seems there is no one across this whole earth to depend upon, you carry on just like you always do. 'Cause it's safer to rely on you. Oh, it's safer to rely on you. Seen a million movies all selling true love. Fantasies I'm not sure that I'm worthy of. Caution to the wind, my heart's been on display. Still the end result is it's not gone my way. So when I date some new guy who's a deadbeat or jerk, at least I'm not so crushed when it all doesn't work. When you once unafraid wore your heart on your sleeve, and the ones that you loved chose to just turn and leave. Every day it gets harder to somehow believe you will survive, so you strive just to keep up your guard. 'Cause it's safer to hold every card. Oh, it's safer to hold every card. I feel out of control. I feel safe on the ground. I go building up walls, yet I wish to be found. A true contradiction to which I am bound. As I keep on spinning around and around, and I look at the people who've worked it all out, and I wonder why I'm still a bundle of doubt. And sometimes I wanna just stand up and shout, just commit and deal with it before your life flies by. Don't let your life fly by. But is it safer? Maybe it's safer if I don't try.